What's up, guys? Welcome to the show. So get the popcorn popping, get the swords poured. Here at Make Love to Rough and get right back at here because it's time for the Lucha Libre Rant show, only on Peter Buddy. Number 57, I believe we're on right now. We're really climbing up these with these things. Number 60, I'll definitely do a special on something. Maybe I'll do the Lucha Underground special that I've been talking about. But anyway, let's just dive right into this. Not a hell of a lot going on, but let's just dive right into it. So Triple Mania is over and done with. I made a video of that about 2 or 3 videos ago. So Triple Mania is over and done with, and I have to say it was definitely nothing impressive at all. I mean, at least in my mind. I was definitely surprised, however, to see the La Parks attacking Pagano. I was surprised to see the La Parks there, period. I didn't think I'd actually see them in AAA at all, especially when I talked to the owner about La Park versus Kenny Velasquez. He simply just said, hey, La Park doesn't belong to us, so we can't do it. So I was surprised to see La Park actually back in this show. The attack definitely leads me to believe that we will see a La Park versus a Pagano, or La Parks versus a Pagano team for either next year's Triple Mania. Hopefully that would be such a good idea, but knowing AAA, they are horrible at doing things like this. So we'll probably either see it in the next pay-per-view or an upcoming event or something, or maybe not at all. I would like to see that matchup, La Park versus Pagano, in next year's Triple Mania, but we'll definitely see. Also, during the Triple Mania, Omega called out Phoenix. This, of course, also lets me to believe that they're going to be having a title matchup at some point. I mean, Phoenix hasn't been defending his title. I thought when Phoenix first won the title last year at last year's Triple Mania that he would be a fighting champion, but we haven't seen him defend his title at all during his run. He was scheduled to, of course, to defend it last January, I believe. This past January, I believe, against Brian Cage, but he was injured with a groin injury at that time, so he was unable to defend it. So, of course, it'd be nice to see Rey Fenix actually defend the title for once. Would be nice. Not to lose it against Omega, but I would definitely like to see him defend his title nonetheless. Now, of course, Tessa ended up winning the women's title. Now, this was definitely the best idea that AAA's had in a number of years. This is definitely adding to the long-time feud between Tessa and Taya, which definitely leads me to believe that they will, of course, keep feuding, and it'll culminate to one big showdown between the two. And I could see Taya winning back the women's title. I mean, Taya is, of course, holds the record for the longest title reign, I believe, as well as the most title reigns. I think she's a 3-time women's champion. I'm definitely calling that she'll beat Tessa, and she'll definitely become a 4-time women's champion for sure. She arguably is the greatest AAA women's champion, period. She's one of my favorite top female luchadors out there. I mean, I think it's the feud between these two is just great. If you haven't watched it, go ahead and watch it. I think the feud between these two is amazing. However, moving on with things, it was announced that Son of Phantasma, also known as King Cuerno, will be attending WWE training camp this September. This leads me to believe that he will be going on to sign the WWE contract and will be appearing on NXT after the camp is over. WWE did come out and admit that they had their eye on Son of Phantasma since the start of Lucha Underground. I would definitely think that this would be a huge mistake for Phantasma to sign with WWE, as past luchadors who have signed with WWE, like Prince Puma, who turned on to Ricochet. I mean, even Rey Mysterio, past luchadors that have signed with the WWE, they've lost a lot of their style. They lost a lot of their flair. WWE tends to change them from their Mexican Lucha Libre style to more of an Americanized Lucha Libre style, which of course is totally different from the Mexican Lucha Libre style. So Son of Viking going to WWE, I think is going to be a big mistake on his part. Of course, it's a win-win for WWE, but it's going to be a big mistake for people who are fans of the Son of Phantasma. He's going to, of course, lose his character. They're going to butcher him. I mean, it's good on their part because he's very fluent in English, but I think it's such a bad idea all around. But moving on to things, of course, we did see Cain Velasquez did make his debut during Triple Mania, but fell short to impress. Definitely fell short to impress me. Definitely, he came out, first off, he came out looking like shit. Like back when he was doing UFC, things like that, I get that he's older now, I get that he's retired, I get that he's, slowing down, but I mean, the guy just looked like total crap. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't look like he wanted to be there. It didn't look like he fit in. I mean, the matchup itself was a decent match. It was actually a decent matchup, but the Cain Velasquez portion of it, I mean, it was just horrible. He failed to impress. He got a beat down, got his ass kicked really throughout. He managed to pull out, of course, and pull out the win. He submitted Texano Jr. after slamming him to the ground, kicked him, slammed him to the ground, and ended up submitting him. I expected definitely more from Cain Velasquez during this whole matchup. I thought he would come out in better shape. I thought he would come out swinging for the fences, and I thought he would really be more impressive. I do believe that we'll definitely be seeing more of him. He's been getting a lot of positive feedback from the guys in the back locker room of AAA. He's been getting a lot of feedback, good positive feedback from the guys in the AEW. He's been getting a lot of positive feedback from the guys in WWE and the guys in other Lucha Libre promotions. So I could definitely see him coming back to do more in AAA. I personally would love to see him come back out and do more. I did like the simple fact that he came out with the mask on. I don't like that he took it off, though, because I always hate when luchadors get their masks taken off, but I don't like that he took his mask off, but I do like he actually paid tribute to the Lucha Libre style and actually came out with the mask on. That was impressive for me, and I actually did like that, and I did appreciate that very much as a fan, as a reviewer, as a person who loves Lucha Libre. I did appreciate that very much, and I hope he does do a little bit more because I would like to see him develop and get better as a luchador. So yeah, I definitely hope to see more of him for sure. And CMLL definitely had a great show the other day. I believe it was, I seen it yesterday. I believe it was, yesterday was Tuesday. I believe it was Sunday or Monday that it actually aired. I seen it yesterday, but the CML definitely had a great show. Now, there was a matchup in this show that was a 10 Luchadora matchup that was simply amazing. Of course, Luchadora is female luchadors, for those of you who don't know. We definitely seen some of the 10 Luchadoras that we seen was Ampola, Tiffany, La Metallica, I'm bad with names, Sally, La Guerrero, Marcella, and amongst others as well. This was definitely a Royal Rumble type style, so you either got eliminated by getting thrown over the top rope, or a pinned, or a submission. This was actually a really, really great matchup, and I have to give this matchup a 9.5 out of 10, and I definitely give my props to CMLL for making this matchup. Now, La Metallica did end up winning this matchup. Hats off to her. She's a great luchadora. She's not one of my favorites. She's definitely one of the top 10, but she's really, really really good female fighter. It's definitely shocking. I was definitely surprised to see Tiffany and Amapola pull a double pin on each other, where they they both pinned each other. That was interesting to see, and that was entertaining, but that whole matchup was really great. I give it a 9.5 out of 10. I don't give it a perfect 10 because I felt that it could have actually, for what it was, I felt that it could have been longer, and I felt that it could have been more, in more of a group type battle instead of one person battling another and then another coming in battle. If it was more of a group type battle, I think that would have been more entertaining, and if it was more longer, because it could have been longer for what it was. But like I said, hats off to CMLL for making the event. It's just kind of one step further in female luchadora and female wrestling in Mexico, because of course it's seen as a man's sport down there and stuff, so the women don't really get enough screen time. So this was definitely a huge step in the right direction for that. My hats go off to CMLL for that. But like I said, guys, not an incredibly long show for you guys today. That's about all I got for you guys today. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. You know, I know you love you guys very much, but I can't even talk anymore. And don't forget to hit that link in the description and donate whatever you can to the channel. It helps us going, and it helps me do this show for you guys. But anyway, like I said, I'll check you in the next video.